We are here live at the Syndicate Crown. We've got our co-host to watch the telecast today. Fun day of events going on here in Knoxville. I have to admit, team, I have no idea. I know Mayhem did well. Freedom. I know Justice did well in the third event. But I missed the second event completely trying to get something to drink. One. See team at all?
Well, sorry, you were breaking
Amy?
up, so I couldn't tell you. No, I did not see any team. I only saw a few things with Mayhem, but I didn't watch much of the team stuff because I was also trying to catch up on all the other live streams that were happening.
Oh yeah, Australia's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, both Mayhem teams are up first and third.
What's the top five, Charlie?
So Freedom, number 2 CLT, Mayhem Justice, 8th Day CrossFit Black, and the training think tank team is in 5th.
All right.
Blue City is at 7th, so they're right there on
So
knocking on the door.
I don't even remember what the workouts were today for team.
A lot of worm stuff.
Oh yeah, it was the synchronized chest to bar. Was that the?
Yep.
Was that okay? Yeah, synchronized, like 50 synchronized chest to bar in 3 minutes, and then as many worm clean and jerks as you could, and then in 3 minutes, and then back to the rig, and then it was 40 synchronized chest to bar, as many clean and jerks on the worm that you could get, and then 30 bar muscle up synchronized in 3 minutes, and then as many clean and jerks as possible.
Okay, so that's a completely different workout, I think. I don't think that's Syndicate Crown. Because today it was chest to bar, overhead squat, single arm overhead squats with a dumbbell, and
yes.
a worm lunge.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
We need to be more prepared for these.
Yeah.
Wrap ups,
We do.
I think. It was the rope climb one. So it was the rope climb event was first for everybody.
Yep.
Right?
And you're gone.
Yeah, you're gone.
Let's talk a little bit about the individual real quick.
Okay.
Because a lot happened today, and the first big thing is Scott Panchik had to withdraw from the competition after event 3.
Yes.
And kind of put a bummer on the mood a little bit. He's a fan favorite. Was here with his little girl and his wife, and had to call it a day. Backstage, he was very emotional, and our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and hope that everything's going to be okay.
So was he really hoping to make it back to the games this year?
He was very coy about that, but I think he was. I mean, after event 3, he was sitting in 5th place.
Yeah, I mean, I know he was doing well, but I guess, after you make a big statement saying that you're retiring, right, that last year was your last games, and then he does well, and I mean, obviously he was, probably wanted to see as far as he could go, but I mean, I feel like also he does have a reoccurring knee injury. When you've done this amount of volume of CrossFit over time, like it just might be that he needs more time to heal,
Yeah, I think that's probably it. I think he surprised himself with how well he did, not training with the volume that he was used to, and was going to ride it as far as it took him. where he could still spend time with his family. But this is as far as it took him.
Yeah. And I think that's amazing. That's Mr. Consistency after all of these years. But yeah, I mean, I think that was amazing. Just like, remember when Julie Fouché retired and then she came back out and made it to regionals? It was like, what? Like, that's great that he can do that with less training and more balance in his life.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, ride the wave as far as you can and enjoy it. I don't think rehabbing a knee injury, or if that's in case, in fact, what it is, because we do not have confirmation on the injury itself.
Sure.
But he has had so many knee injuries, that's just kind of speculation.
Right.
So a lot of movement today.
Yeah. Where are we at on the leaderboard?
When we look on the women's side, some of the top names were not in the last heat. Haley Adams, Christy Ermo, O'Connell. And Ariel Lowen was sitting in 10th, barely in that last heat. So after today, they've all moved into the final heat. Haley is in a position now to go to the games. The other two are still clawing and fighting.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Haley's in third.
Correct. So she's got that top 5 spot. But Christy and Ariel are still fighting for it. They're 6th and 7th, respectively. And are going to have to fight to get in there.
That was a pretty costly no rep for Christine on the legless rope climb.
Yeah. She apparently only has 9 legless in her.
Yeah. That was, I'm just saying, pretty costly, because that was, she was in a pretty good spot with that. I mean, I think by then it was, well, first of all, Christy crushed that workout, which was awesome to see. And then Christine came out, and was real just smooth. And then she got that no rep, and it was just like, you just kept seeing everybody, Paige and everybody else, getting in there. And it's pretty costly.
Yeah. And if when you think about it, she does have a game spot right now, but last year she missed by 1 point.
Right. That's right. Right.
Yeah. Those are the miscues that cost you that 1 point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Charlie, you have the leaderboard up?
Yep.
So who?
Gabby
McClellan, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Alexis Raptis, number 2. Haley, 3rd. Paige Semenza.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine Cohenbrander.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we talked about, I think Ariel 6, Christy 7.
Yes.
Fighting for that spot. I did get an interview with Gabby today after this. She's leading kind of out of nowhere. I did get an interview with Christy after event 4, and she talked about the rope climb as, I knew I was going to crush that. And I knew I had to.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that. On the men's side, and then with the grinder. So basically, we didn't even talk about the workouts. The legless rope climb with the sprints. Christy did that in
340, 341 or 320.
330, I think, right?
332.
Anyway, she won.
Yes.
And
321.
It was lightning quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you messed up, you were done in that situation.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, did Christine Best? She finished.
She is in 10th place currently.
Yes, but she finished that workout because they were talking about she never finished it in the 2014 regional.
She did in 5:56.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and then we went to something exact opposite, the grinder event that went on forever.
A ski, wall ball, GHD, and handstand walk.
Yeah. There were some people that was definitely their jam. And they made it known it was their jam. Haley Adams, Ariel Lowen, Alexis Raptis killed that workout on the female side. Justin Medeiros, Cole Grease Haber, and James Sprague killed
Jason Hopper.
that workout.
Yeah, Jason Hopper did really well.
So yeah, that was a long grinder, and it still amazes me. You know who's fast on his hand is Tudor Magda.
Tudor
can fly on his hands.
Yeah. So Charlie, what's the leaderboard say for the guys? Because I think I heard that Griffin was now out.
Griffin is in 6th.
Yeah. Okay.
Medeiros, Tudor, coached by our boy James.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Hopper's 3rd. Cole Grayshaber's 4th, and Sprague is in 5th.
Wow.
Nice.
That's a big move for James in a year.
Yeah, it is.
He's got a 1st and a 2nd and 2 workouts. I'll do it for you.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So looking back, because I was watching this streamed, you see James get no rep on the handstand walk for the touching the tape on the side, and he doesn't stop. And you see her clearly say no rep, and he crosses over and he beats Hopper.
Jason Hopper.
By putting the right ankle or the left ankle, the correct
3.
ankle. So is there going to be a penalty assessed, do we think?
I don't know. I don't think so. I actually don't think it was a no rep. I think the standard was your hand had to go beyond the tape and not just your fingers. And he just really had his fingers over the tape. It was a minor, you're more supposed to just tell them to get over. And I think
for safety,
maybe the judge got a little confused. She didn't, if she meant to no rep him, she did not enforce the no rep clearly.
Well, that's why, I see her.
Yeah. And she wasn't speaking loudly, and you can't, when athletes are on their hands and not looking at you, you can't just make a gesture and think that they're going to hear you or see you, because they can't. So yeah, I'm sure that was taken up with the judges, and they probably met about it and talked about it, and we'll correct that for going forward. But I think at the end of the day, I don't think he should have gotten no rep. So I think it's kind of a good point.
A cute story with
there's a guy, whoever judging Mayhem Freedom definitely is loud enough, because you can hear him 5 lanes over. No rep.
Well, a cute story was after Ariel Lowen was finished, she's sitting there and her judge comes over to have her sign her thing. And she was like, what was my time? And she tells her, 24:20. She's like, oh, like you could just see it. That's good. Like she was just excited. She had no idea, but she's like, oh, great.
She's so pure. It's funny.
I know. It's so crazy.
Sweet.
So I talked to her right after, and her first question, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I told you guys in our thread too. I'll go. Can I go? I'm going.
Go, Kat.
So, James, we talked about Scott Panchik, I assume, while I was gone, right?
Yeah.
We talked about him?
Yes.
Okay. And how James Sprague, when he went to move his chess piece the very first time, Scott and his family were in the VIP section at the end of the finish line, and James looked up at Scott and gave him like a nod, like a very respectful, like, I got you, I'm sorry this happened, and went on his way. And I just thought that was classic gentlemanly behavior.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I talked to Ariel after that chipper event, and her first question to me was, how many seconds did she get me by? And I said 2, and she went, 2? 2. And I was like, yeah. She goes, oh well. Second's pretty good.
Oh, too funny. Well, the other great thing about James, I know we're flipping around here, but is after he finished that crush that legless rope climb workout, he was like the first one to run back there and go cheer for everybody else. And I thought that was, being a young person in the sport, that he's continuing the community aspect part of it, which was like you were mentioning with the Scott Panchik thing. So
last year he definitely still working.
Right, that's true. He definitely wins the Spirit of the Crown award if there was one.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's been the coolest thing is backstage for young athletes that they're forming these little like tribes.
Yeah. So what's tomorrow?
2 more workouts.
Tomorrow's day 3.
Yeah.
Charlie, you know what the workouts are?
Before that, should we talk about who's winning the other ones?
Yes.
So,
because
Torian, Ricky's leading, followed by Jay Crouch, Bailey Martin, Royce Dunn, and Baden Brown. Top 5. But is it 3 or 5 come out of there?
3.
3.
And then on the
Where's
women's
James?
side, James
Newberry.
He is 13th.
Okay, got it.
He's got some work to do. So your top 4.
Let me guess. Let me guess the
Who
women.
you think they are?
Let me guess women. Tia's winning.
Yep. Number 2.
That's all I wanted to guess.
Oh wow, that was
Karis, number 2.
Yeah.
Ellie's 3. Jamie
Mab.
Simmons. And Madeline Sturt.
Hey,
Maddie
that's
Sturt.
pretty good.
Nice.
I'm just saying my fantasy fitnessing is not looking too bad with that one.
And Georgia Pryor is my new favorite.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Next up line of things. Lowlands, Lazar is number 1. Uldis, Upnix, BKG's 3rd. And then Munweiler is 5th. Enrico Zinani, you know his name, is 4th.
Where's Luca?
Lucas 6th.
Nice.
Knocking on the door.
Could you just go ahead and say the top team right while you're there?
In Lowlands?
Yeah.
I can guess.
You shouldn't have.
I don't know how
Team Reykjavik.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have a slight lead of 55 points.
Does anybody know how much Tola snatched?
308, I think.
No, it was let's see. It doesn't say. We'll find out.
It was 140.
Kilos?
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Impressive.
So I have the workouts.
308. Is the plus. Okay.
We start off tomorrow for the individuals with Jackie style. It is the Jackie up and down. So the 1,000-meter row, 50 thrusters, 60 chest to bar, 50 thrusters, 1,000-meter row.
Okay.
And the final is King Kong 2.0. 3 rounds of 8 ring muscle ups, 6 deficit handstand push-ups, 9 and 6 inches, 4 sandbag to shoulder, 200 and 150, and 2 squat snatches. at 205 and 145.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the team.
You jumped ahead.
And then the team is Night at the Roxbury. It has 2 parts, 4 rowers, 30 worm squats, 23 rowers, 20 worm squats, 2 rowers, 1 whatever, 20 worm squats, 1 rower. And when not rowing, athletes at worm complete 20 synchro burpees. And then part B is 4 rounds of 20 synchro toes to bar and 10 worm hang power cleans. And then event 6 is relay style, 12 ring muscle ups, 9 deficit handstand push-ups, 6 sandbag shoulder bag, and 3 squat cleans.
All right.
I feel bad for the equipment folks tomorrow, schlepping around those sandbags.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
That's going to be tough. Well, that's about it from here. We'll talk to y'all later.
Sounds great.
Bye.
See you next time tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.